What is going on, investors? My name's Emmanuel, and we have some incredible breaking news regarding Tattooed Chef. Actually, I can do a bit better than that. I have for you two pieces of brand new breaking news regarding our favorite company on this channel, and one of them pertains to a senior analyst over at Investor Place who has given Tattooed Chef an interesting rating. Now, is it a buy, is it a hold, or is it a sell rating? Make sure you watch until the end of this video to find out. But spoiler alert, I am 100% confident. I am almost certain that this rating is going to get you extremely excited and fill you with confidence with your investment in this incredible company. This is Christmas come a few days early, investors, so you are welcome. But in this video, I'll be taking you through each of these news releases. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and my opinions on what I think this means for the company going forward. I also want to go through some of the recent price action that we've seen. I do want to give my thoughts on the insane run-ups we have witnessed recently. I then also want to highlight some key levels from the current price action using the Fibonacci retracement tool. And the goal of this is to hopefully identify some key price target levels and some potential entry points when the share price does eventually correct. And this will be able to help out those investors who may have missed out on purchasing Tattooed Chef when it was in the teens. But right before we jump into all of that information, a massive congratulations is truly in order to all my Tattooed Chef investor friends. I mean, we are eating good. We are eating good, no vegan, hashtag no vegan. I'm joking. If you invested in Tattooed Chef before the merger and you held on, or better yet, you made the brave decision to dollar cost average lower, especially when the price dropped all the way to lows of $14, which is exactly what I did, by the way. But you stuck with it because you believed in your buy thesis, you believed in the company, you believed in your fundamentals, then a massive well done to you, my friend. However, if you are one of those investors who had the vision to spot an undervalued company, especially when it was in the teens, and you invested in Tattooed Chef, and you have an incredible average that I'm completely jealous of right now, then again, it's all love. A massive congratulations to you all as well. The whole Tattooed Chef family of investors are currently being rewarded, and rightly so. Like I said in my last video, we were one up on Wall Street on this one. You know, everyone in my Discord group has been buzzing over the last few days. And if you do want to join a like-minded community of investors where we all speak and assist one another with individual stocks like Tattooed Chef, then join my free Discord group. The link is in the description below. Definitely jump on board if that's something you're interested in. Don't forget to destroy that like button. It lets me know that you enjoy this type of content. And if you're new to the channel, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date with all the stocks that I am buying, selling, and all the stocks that are on my watch list. So with all that said, let's dive straight into the news. All right, so the first piece of news that I discovered is probably one of the most bullish signs that we as investors love to see. And it's that Tattooed Chef insiders, you know, your CEOs, your CFOs, your directors, have been acquiring a ton of shares within this past week alone. Now, this was confirmed by a recent SEC filing by Tattooed Chef. And for those who may be unaware, because I do recognize that a few of you are relatively new to investing, on the left-hand side, you have the form numbers, you have the 8Q, which is the current reports. And if you notice, you have quite a few form 4s. And these forms represent the buying and selling of a share by key insiders of the company. So on the right-hand side, you can see all these forms were dated on the 21st of December 2020. So these transactions are very, very recent. Now, here's a list of the transactions that took place on Monday. You can see Quantero Johnson Marie, who is the director, was issued a total of 4,935 shares. Daniel Williamson James, also another director, was issued another 4,935 shares. You have a Galetti, Salvatore Galetti. He was also issued 4,935 shares. But look how many shares he has in his holding. I mean, if my eyes are not deceiving me, that looks like 32 million shares owned directly, which is quite interesting because when you take a look at the current shares outstanding, there are only 65 million shares outstanding. But you may recall in my last Tattoo Chef recap video that I highlighted that the Galetti family are the majority shareholders of this company. So this is just further proof of that. And remember, I also said that this is a great thing to see, because that means our interests as investors and the Galetti's family's interests are very, very well aligned, and that's to the long-term success of Tattoo Chef. So further down the list, you can pretty much see that all the directors were issued the same amount of shares, 4,935 shares a piece. And as an investor, it's incredibly reassuring to see that insiders have been granted and have been loading up on shares of the company. That is a massive green flag. Now let's move on to the senior analyst rating. Luke Lango is a senior analyst at Investor Place, which is a really popular stock investing hub where a ton of investors visit to pretty much get investing ideas, as well as receive buy or sell recommendations from their top analysts. So he has written a few articles regarding the growth of the plant-based food industry, and he's also covered certain companies like Beyond Meat. However, I'll pull up this screenshot that I took, and as you can see, on the 22nd of December, he gave Tattoo Chef a buy recommendation to all Investor Place readers. Now, this isn't a rating from the large institutions just yet, and I personally think that the reason why we haven't heard from the likes of Roth Capital and the rest is simply because they are building their own position in Tattooed Chef. I mean, the massive price movement that we've seen recently in the company, it's safe to say that big money is starting to load up and starting to enter into the stock. And institutions have been very, very quiet since Analyst Day. But hey, take that with a pinch of salt. That's just me speculating. Remember, I'm just a YouTuber. I am not a financial advisor, but it is very, very suspicious. However, this buy recommendation is fantastic news nonetheless. And I truly believe that we are going to see a lot more senior analysts at other major stock investing publications and outlets come out and pretty much recommend Tattooed Chef as a buy. Now, do I think it's too late to buy Tattooed Chef? The simple answer is no. We're just getting started. But I think you have to be very smart with the entry price, because we have seen a massive run up over the last week since Analyst Day. And taking a look at the recent price action with the Fibonacci retracement indicator, we can see that our next key price target to break through is roughly $27.20. And I believe that if we can break through that price level, then that momentum could see us retesting our previous all-time highs, which is at $28.65. Now, on the downside, I don't see us ever hitting the teens again. I mean, you can pretty much forget about that. We're not entering the teens again unless there's a global crisis of some sort and the whole entire market crashes. Then yes, if we do hit the teens, then it's pretty much load the boat season. But assuming there isn't a massive crash and the price does see a correction or a pullback, then a good entry point could be sub $24.44. But I personally wouldn't go all in at that price, just in case we do see a further movement to the downside and we end up retesting $22.19. So what would be my strategy if I wanted to get into this stock? I personally like to set a maximum budget aside for the stock. So you set a budget, okay, and if price touches $24.44, then you invest 25% of that budget that you set aside. And if the price continues lower and retraces to $22.19, then I would invest a further 50% into the stock. And then you're left with essentially 25% of your money to play with if there's any further declines. And that's really how I would play it if I was trying to get into the stock. You know, I would wait for that decline and I'll slowly ease my position in. I won't go all in. But with all that said, please make sure that you do your own due diligence and your own analysis before you decide to invest in any stock. Remember, I am not a financial advisor, so please view my content as purely educational and not investing advice. If you do want to learn about investing in the stock market, then there are some useful links in the description below, including some books that I highly recommend. Don't forget to smash that like button if you gain some value from this content, especially if you are a Tattooed Chef investor. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more content from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.